man. You will prevail, you will succeed. Bakalakadakastan's the creed. Followers shout with all their might. AJ's vision shining bright. From the east to every coast, Bakalakadakastan they toast. Greatest ever, he's the man. AJ's got the winning plan. He will prevail, he will succeed. Bakalakadakastan's the creed. Followers shout with all their might. AJ's vision shining bright. From the east to every coast, Bakalakadakastan they toast. Greatest ever, he's the man. AJ's got the winning plan. You will prevail, you will succeed. Bakalakadakastan's the creed. Monitors hum with electric light. AJ's bringing dark to bright. In the chat, they give their cheer. Bakalakadakastan is near. It's near. It's creed. It's near. Bakalakadakastan's the creed.
Okay, it's time to build Glorious Republic. Very nice. Great success. Mother, what is this? Oh boy. Oh boy. What is the Oh god, why are you linking this? Why are you doing this? Developer Prismus Law had the law. Yes, very nice. What is game? Let's see. Ow. Is that kielbasa? What the hell? It very much feels like MSC. Oh, the grind, dude, got the wire wheel going. Oh, dude. Oh dear. That's a paintbrush. What grit did you use? Wire wheel. That's actually super cool. This is really where I had hoped Topless Gun would go with Summer Car, being able to do stuff like that. Is that? What the hell are you doing? It's a Polonaise. Interesting. That's the... Okay, well... That certainly seems like an interesting game. Oh, you got a welder, too. That's pretty neat. Looks like you got to stick with... Oh, God. It's Polish summer car. All right, anyway. Quick detour there. Let's play workers. That stupid prefab factory burned down and it didn't need to. That's okay. All right, let's get into it. At T-minus 30 minutes from O3B Power, we're going to switch over. We'll switch over to that launch coverage. But build it better next time. Well, I can't build it better if it doesn't tell me that it's... Yeah. That it could be better. Ping me whenever you're good for box. I have it right here. Bree bought it. Bree brought it up. I have it right here. Yeah, we'll, how about on the other side of O3MB power? Box. How about prioritizing building fire units and cleanup crews? Well, unfortunately, I have cleanup crews, so... You know, the problem is, Ando, that my cleanup crews are dealing with the problem. They're dealing with cleaning up the stupid distribution office that decided to burn down. A little annoying. You know what I realized? That distribution office that burned down is the one that's distributing fuel to the entire Center Valley area. So, you know, that's good. That one. It's distributing fuel. Or it was. They got to pick up 83 tons of nonsense there. And then because the stupid prefab factory burned down with 800 tons of freaking prefabs, it's going to take forever for that thing to get picked up. Which just... I only really have 4 garbage trucks in the area, but... Yeah, that needs to be rebuilt. But... whatever. Whatever. We'll figure it out, or we won't. I'm gonna build a new fire station there that people can get to, and I'll just transfer the trucks over there, to the other fire station. Yeah, that just pissed me off because, like I said, my fire station over here, this thing collapsed in an earthquake, and it basically detached the helicopter pad. This thing doesn't detect the helicopter pad as being part of the fire station, even though it was before the building collapsed. So these 3 helicopters that I spent money on to specifically be firefighting helicopters are not firefighting helicopters anymore. So, long story short, distro burnt down. I noticed these helicopters didn't have any fuel, right? So I was like, oh, okay. We'll put a distro on the fire station and have it deliver fuel. No problem, easy fix. And then, when that thing burned down, or caught on fire, I was like, oh, I'll just dispatch my helicopters. They'll put it out real quick. Nope, it started dispatching trucks. Easy fix. Move helicopters to pads, rebuild the helipad. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to assign the demo office to this and to that because it needs to be. You can see that the helicopters are not assigned in the fire station menu. It lists the trucks, but no helicopters. Thanks. I'm wondering how our highway construction is going here. Oh, actually quite good. So let's go here, and let's go to Reby Matt's hauling, Corvarude hauling. Let's have them work on that next bit of road. Now, over here, they gotta get wiring hooked up so I can get electricity into the Central Valley. And they are working on my iron infrastructure out here. I've actually gotten a good amount of that done. That's pretty sweet. Aggregate storage is almost done. So basically I have the iron mine. We have iron ore aggregate storage, iron ore refining, and then refined iron ore storage, and then iron ore pickup with the train tracks. In terms of who's going to work here, I haven't gotten that far. So we have iron up there, we have coal up here, and yeah, I'm not sure where we're going to go from there. I mean, I got to get people staffed. Once we get iron, if we get iron ore, the mine and the staff figured out, I can get a train up there to haul iron ore, and then we can get another train to haul coal, and then bring them down to our aggregate storages for our big factory over here that we've been designing. But immediately we gotta fix this stupid freaking problem. It's just, yeah, just infuriating. We have recovered? No. That's gonna take forever to clean that.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Forever to clean it. Hey someone, it's been a second. Hope you're doing well. How are the workers and resources? Very nice. If you have tracks there, bring in the workers by train up there. Yeah, we could do it. So the thing would be getting the workers to get all the way up to the iron mine from here. I'd have to have a track that goes up there. Yeah, we'll have to see. We gotta get trains. We gotta get an oil unloading terminal working down here. So vehicles can get gas. And then we have a train station over here. How about a tram? Could do it. At least my vehicle repair station is working. Car dealer's good to go. Well, that's good. The shop has food and electronics, but there's no power supply because we're not hooked up with power just yet. I have power lines that go up to my power plant up here, the oil power plant, but we got to complete these first. But I think they stopped. We should set these to a higher priority. They stopped working on it because I told them to start making, the construction companies, I told them to start making these. That's going to take a long time to make that mine. I'm wondering if we should start building this out. I don't have any drainage or anything built out here. Cableways drummer? Yeah. But they've already started laying that out. What about the trains, the construction depot? Hold on. I don't want to start having them work on this Y until the tracks are finalized. Okay, so we got a new fire station being built here. It's going to take a second for all the resources to get in place, but... and it's going to take forever to freaking fix that piece of snot. But that's okay. I can't believe that, dude. Oh, I have to look at that every freaking time now. So annoying. Alright, anyway. Well, that's all working on. While they're working on all that, we should... not sure if we should pause. Yeah, we should pause and let's figure out the rest of this, dudes. So, we have trains dropping off coal and iron right here into their respective aggregate storage. This is processed iron and processed coal. They feed on an aggregate storage belt into the steel mill. We have parking for everybody to work at the steel mill. They can all park here to work there. All the parking lots are within walking distance for pedestrians. So that's good. The steel mill outputs a lot of industrial waste. So I have a waste plant right there. We're going to need a waste train to get rid of it, right? And then I have my main tracks in and out of the steel mill in case we need to deliver via train directly to or export directly from. I'm going to make that just in case. On top of that, we have open storage, which is on our export lines. These are conveyor belts that come out of the steel mill, and I want them to fill these both up with steel. One of them we can use for straight export. And we could probably put low demand businesses over, low demand steel factories over here feeding this, so we could primarily export steel for some cash. The other one over here is for high demand steel. That was my idea. So the steel mill, this is part of a much bigger area that I'm going to use to build out an entire gigafactory. What I want ultimately as the end goal is to make cars. But in order to do that, you need You need mechanical components, a lot of them. You need fabric. You need electronic components, and you need plastic. Can you deliver workers directly to buildings with rails? If they have a provision for it, Drummer. Yeah, you should be able to deliver people directly to the factory. That's the other reason why I made provisions to hook the lines up. At least that's what chat told me last night. That's what chat told me last night. Yeah, you can also make trains, you can make vehicles, but to get the vehicle production line going, we need mechanical components and we need electrical components. So, that's the mechanical component factory. If we look at what that needs, consumption at maximum production meat requires 21 tons of steel to make 14 tons of mechanical components. We need that one, that's important. And then we also need an electrical components factory. That doesn't require a lot of steel, but it needs plastic and chemicals, right? And then the other thing that we need is textile. We need fabric. Fabric factory needs crops, chemicals, and water. Obviously power as well. Alright, well, let's... I haven't even started on where the fossil fuel area is going to be, but I'm pretty sure we should make a... Probably right here, we should probably make a whole fossil fuel processing area. Whoa. Remember to build fire stations. Drummer, don't be like them. What does that chemical plant need? It needs gravel, it needs wood, it needs crops, it needs oil. And water. Lots of water. Oh boy. Why fluids in gallons, but the rest is metric? I have this set to put as many stuff in it, as much stuff as Imperial. My Bakalakadakastani Republic uses moon unit, not crappy metric unit. It looks like it didn't convert all of them. Whatevs, bro. Alright, so it's got electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. Power could be done by a coal power plant if it's already here. So, I mean, same case could be made for oil. We might need to expand our industrial footprint a little bit. As the TAC probably is going to need to be relocated, being that close to the dang factory. I'm gonna put in the provisions in this part of this for 4 wide track. you'll see why in a little bit. Actually, it might be... Sneaky, you like trains? I like trains. Probably better to make this 4 wide as soon as possible. The reason why is, and this is what I found about like building out train tracks in this game. It really kind of needs to be set up like roads. The way the train logic works in this game, it's better to set it up like roads. And if we, just like you'd have a road with more lanes, right? I'm doing the railroad equivalent of just one more lane, bro. Okay, just one more lane, bro, please. Please, just one more lane, bro, please. It'll be fine, bro, please. Actually, you know what would be the right way to set this up logically? The logical way to set it up, Captain, would be to do this. Come on. Fine. You want to be like that? Stupid railroad. You got to set it up like a highway, so... Oh, come on. Don't. So... Basically, this goes from a 2-lane two-way to a 4-lane two-way, right? So these will be one-way routes, and depending on where we need to go from there, like where the railroads will go, like this is probably going to need to be... It's probably going to need to be done like this. Which is a little strange, but... But that's kind of... You have to set up the Ys basically like on-off ramps. Actually... Hold on. Yeah, this is going to get a little weird. But we like weird, so that's okay. That's how that should be set up. So, these are basically acting like frontage roads. Right? They're basically frontage. That's... Yeah, that's how this should work. And then, after that Y... You're still gonna wind up with that one guy going 20 in the left lane with the blinker on. Ugh. Left lane campers. No. I can't find a single other person who played the Global Dilemma Guns or Butter. Did you? No. No, I can't say that that's ever happened. Hey, Mats, what's going on? Didn't have to cook them like that for, jeez. Jeez. So that'll make it so a train coming in can switch tracks and go out. It was next to the original SimCity. Right. Yeah, Mats, I'm working on train track logic for my Gigafactory. You have to basically this, and as far as I can tell, Satisfactory and Factorio and this are all using similar train logic. In the past, I set up my railways to be more like an actual railway, when that's really not what you want to do. You really need to set up your trains like highways. If you don't set it up like a highway, it's not really going to work right. So, like, so right hand here, that's going to be a one-way. This is going to be a one-way in, right? And this is going to be a one-way track. And these two are going to be tracks that have blocks that are directionally oriented going that way, and these two are going to have blocks directionally oriented going this way. Right? So, in this regard, consider these your express lanes. So that's like the left lane driving, and these are your right lanes that connect, right? They connect into your exit ramps, right? Now, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do the X with the logic there, just at least initially. Maybe I should put a loop down here to have them go around. But then again, trains can change direction coming in and out of the depot, so... What we need is a mod for derail to use the railroad you laid out in workers. That would be pretty sick, dude. That would be pretty cool. I wonder if I have the provisions in here to put in a third track. Oh, nice, we do. It actually let us get away with it. Dude, it let us get away with that? Oh, that's even better. That one's better. I was just distracted from work for like 10 minutes by the wiki page for frontage roads. Oops. Frontage roads are feeder roads, dude. Yeah. We design our railway out like this, dude, we're gonna be in business. Now, the other thing that I need is a distro. We need a railway distribution depot down here. I can't rely on the one all the way over in Aribi over there to work. So we're gonna need to incorporate that into this design. We're gonna need a regular depot. And then we need a distro. Distro would be in general cargo. We're gonna need one of these. Huh. to think about that one. We also got to think about how trains are going to get in and out of these places. Yeah. Okay. We already knew that. I don't know if that's going to work like that, but I'll just leave that there for now. Alright, let's tally up the rest of this. So, for the buildings that require steel, right? Let's think about this. Vehicle production needs mechanical and electro. Okay, so electrical components facility needs steel, plastics, and chemicals. So we can pull from one of the steel right here. We can pull, right? But now we're going to need to attach a storage to it. And that storage... Alright, let's place this down and just see how this kind of tallies up. That needs to be right there, because that's low, it's low demand for steel. But see, once again, that electronic components facility also needs plastics and chemicals. But it only has 2 inputs. Why would why would the developers make that facility only have 2 inputs for resources? Right? Like, if you need 3 to manufacture it. That's weird. I mean, we can engineer around it, but can distribution storage be mixed? Yeah, Andrew, it can. Yeah, you can do that. But if I was going to do that, that would mean I would need plastics and chemical. We would need the plastics and chemical outputting to this one storage yard for this to work correctly. So let's just... So just for example, we would need that, and then we would need that, and then we would need... I'm just putting there, I'm placing them down so we can visually see it. And then we would need the output here. Like that. Right? Those would all need to feed. Now, let's look at these ones. With the chemical plant, what do you need inputted for that? That's the small chemical plant, might I add. That's what a warehouse is used for. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You can't store chemicals and plastics in an open storage like that. He's right. So, yeah. I don't know why the electrical... Is there like a variation of the electrical components factory that we can make? Nope, there's just that one. Oh, so we're in a little bit of a pickle here. Yeah, one resource has to be delivered via truck. Well, technically, well, if we warehouse the input, we could deliver the steel via truck because this steel is not, you don't need a lot of it, right? But the other thing, we could truck from one of these to another, or I could train from one to the other. We could have a train that pops back and forth. Totally doable. Yeah, one storage, one warehouse. Can the warehouse feed off multiple open storage? In warehouses, you can't store open store materials as far as I can tell, unless I'm completely 100% wrong. Yeah, that's what you can store inside. You have indoor and outdoor storage. Raw materials tend to be outside. That's the biggest warehouse right there. At least I think. 309, 154, 744, 1239. That's the biggest warehouse. Interesting. A truck can handle a lot of load on a close route. Yeah, that's a good point. Now, okay, so that means we're going to need some oil filling infrastructure over here. We're going to need oil. You have to. We really don't have a choice. I should put a gigantic storage facility out here for... What do we need with this? We're going to need crude. For both of these. And they have pipe inputs. They actually... Chemicals and oil makes plastics. Gravel crops, water, wood, oil makes chemicals. Oof. This is fine. Freaking whoop. I have no idea Defiant when they added this thing. Dude, the chemical plant is its own ridiculousness, man. Yikes. Looks like we might need a center hub for a warehouse. At least, yeah, something like that. How much materials do you need to make? You need 580 tons of steel to make that. I think I actually have that over here for what it's worth. I do. Something very close, at least. Hi, Chief. NASA is spooling up the stream. A live event starting soon. Which live event, Animal? We already saw a NASA live event today. There's another one? Talking about Parker Solar. Oh. Interesting. You never mind? Oh, okay. See, this is annoying because it put footpaths on the outside of the belt entrances, which is just... Okay. 1 hour out until O3MB. O3B M power. I can never say that right. Alright. Let's check the mechanical components. Mechanical components just needs straight steel. Okay. Dude, everyone, airplane, dry docks, railway, vehicle, mechanical, like, they all need big amounts of mechanical components. Why did they give the mechanical components building so many outputs, but not the electrical components building? Whatever. Whatevs, dog. Vehicle final assembly is going to need to be over here somewhere. Connect all components manufacturers to a warehouse and truck from other storages. We could. And then, yeah, we're going to need space for vehicles. That needs to be connected to the vehicle production factory. Jeez, man. Yeah, nobody said this was going to be easy. That, and we need to build all the parking lots for everything, too. I know people are looking at me funny. We're building a gigafactory to make cars. I'm not going to not build it around the parking lot. Duh.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Joe. 19-month resub. Thanks, man. Okay, so mechanical components absolutely needs to be here. It absolutely does. There's no getting around it, right? But we also need to build out parking lots. How many people can that hold? 150. What's our maximum parking lot here? 30. So we got to build 5 of these.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay. Scratching my head. Let's just make that road go that way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're 15 wide. So let's check where our mechanical components factory is. Can we put it... How far away can we put that thing back there? I think that's about as far as it'll go. Okay, we need to utilize this, so... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the center footpath right there. Of course it collides with the entrance, so, you know, as is tradition. How deep does this need to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 grid spots deep. Yeah, okay, cool. We got enough space. It'd be nice to put that right there, but I don't think I have enough space over here. You can get those parking lots to hug each other, basically. I just got to make sure that everything is in footpaths. Yeah, of course it is. Okay, cool. All right, so now what you do is go in here like this. You build your parking lot. There we go. And now we should be able to just put another set down here because that's 30, 60, 90, 120. Maximum amount of workers in this thing is 150. So you always build a little, if you're talking parking lot zoning, I know on the internet that's like, always build a little bit more. It would have been nice for another set, but that's okay. Call that the executive parking lot. Yeah, actually no, that's not gonna work. We can use the smaller parking lots at 28 a pop. Oh, 3B is delayed to 5 Eastern. Thank you, RC. Appreciate it, man. These large parking lots can hold 28, and they got actually a little bit of a smaller footprint. Before we go any further, I actually kind of like squaring off those and doing the parking lots like I did over here. It got delayed, Make. Good morning, Bakalakadakastan! What's up, Metrics? You know what? Let's try a slightly different thing. What I'm worried about, dudes, is covering up the other connections to that steel output. But it was good to see that like how that all comes together. That's going to be super useful. Just want to make sure there's nothing here that I left. How's the conference? It was all right. Yeah. Wasn't really too much of note, but now we know what the Blue Ghost mission is and what it's going to do, which is actually kind of cool. All right, so now I got to think, right? So we're close to the steel input for the mechanical factory, but what needs mechanical components? What's the output for these mechanical components? What requires those? I highly doubt any of these require mechanical components. That's food. A lot of these require mechanical components in their construction. So probably would be a good idea wherever we place this mechanical factory, the mechanical components factory, to place it with an output to a train track. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it needs to have an output to a track so we could put all the mechanical components potentially either by truck or by train into a bigger warehouse. Okay. Yeah, machine replacement, Sig. So we're going to need a lot of that stuff. Yeah. Going to need a lot. Does that still get us within footpath threshold? No, it does not. Alright, well. I was just thinking about how the whole parking lot thing is going to work over here, but see, that gives them a footpath there. You're not using the best footpaths. Oh, I know, Sig. They can get there. Oh, those are all lights. Hold on. Point is that the farthest parking lot is still walking distance, so somebody could conceivably park there and walk to work at the steel mill. Yeah, you need a park and ride. The other thing I was thinking about doing is cutting this parking lot in half and putting it on the other side so people could walk in from either side. But what I'm wondering here, and this is the reason why I wanted to put a road in over here, right? Is are people going to drive all the way down here, all the way around and in there? That, like, functionally from a car standpoint, that makes no sense. That's a really just awful way of doing things. So what I was checking is if a lighted road with paths like this, right, and then a path entrance right there, is that going to work? But from what I can tell, it doesn't register walking distance at that point if you're walking down the road, which, see what I mean? It doesn't register that you can walk to the factory there. So do we chance it? Because that functionally makes more sense for people parking. You know what? I just got a very interesting idea. Hold on. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Just get rid of that. I just got a different idea. Oh, score. Nice. That makes this so much easier. Because that means I don't need these roads down here. That's awesome. We can just... Well, I'll still probably run the road to there, like that. And then get the road at least to there. But that means that I have extra space right here for tracks and stuff. Ah! Ah! So good. Really doesn't want me to place that there, but that's okay. Permission to post a link I know you like. It's a link to Steam mods. Yeah, any mods in chat that can give Artium, Artium a, link perm? Thank you, Dr. Mr. PhD, Senator, Representative, Administrator, J-Speed. Workers' music stations? For what game? For Hearts of Iron. Nice. That's awesome, dude. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. Do you know if there is a mod that adds Soyuz or nukes? The devs have actually talked about wanting to add a space program system, so you could have like a rocket production facility and launch rockets into space. They've talked about that, Black Eagle. Whether that happens or not, don't know. But also, that'd be pretty cool. And the developers routinely add stuff to this game all the time. So, take that for what it's worth. Told you you'd like it. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Wait a minute, that train track got all screwed up. So did that one. There we go. Trust me, that's the logic to be able to change lanes for the trains. So like, trains that are going down here that are not trying to get to the coal and iron aggregate will go down the center lines. See that? Trains that aren't will go down the outside lines. These two are the inbound lines, those two are the outbounds. If I put a crossover right here, a train would be able to stop here and then go right back out on the outbound line. Dude, I might need to add more train tracks here. We might need to go wider. Just keep that into account. There's going to be a lot of trains coming in and out of this thing. It'd be cool to just have rockets. Agreed. Just one more line, bro. Just one more. Just one more line, bro, please. Please, bro, please. It'll fix everything, I swear. Just one more block signal, Sneaky, please. Please. Sneaky, please, man. Sidings might be a quicker, easier solution instead of entire lines. That's basically what I'm doing. Not using chain signals? I don't have any signaling set up for this yet, Sig. Yeah, we got nothing. Not yet, at least. And I'm not sure how we're gonna weave this highway in here with those 4 train lines, but we'll figure something out. Okay. Good. I like this. I like how this is all set up. Now, I'm wondering, you know, what could we put in this space right here? You really need a bridge or a tunnel with that much traffic. Oh, I agree. You're not going to get any argument from me, Sig. Hang on, let me open the door. Getting a little hot. Alright, must go take all future comrades of the Republic home from school. Glory to Bakalakadakastan. Very nice, yes. Glory. Yes. Yeah, there's gonna need to be a bridge or a tunnel here. Tunnels are annoying and they take a lot of time, though. So do bridges, for what it's worth. I'm surprised you came back to it after the game kicked you when you were down yesterday. Chat wanted it. Impressed you're back at it. X-Wing, that's weird. Somebody said, King said that in the other chat right away. I'm impressed you're back at it after the game kicked you in the nads yesterday. Well done. Yeah. I can take it. I'm a streamer. We can take it. It's fine. I'm still a little pissed off about yesterday, but... Alright, let's figure out the mechanical components then. Mechanical components really need to feed into a, They need to feed into a warehouse, or they need to feed into, well, a warehouse with tracks. So... Have there been any good solutions to the problem? What, this problem over here? Just build a fire station that can get access from labor so we don't have to worry about it, but cleaning out 800 tons of whatever is gonna take forever, dude. It's so annoying. Like, you know what? I might not even have them work on that. Work on getting the distribution office fixed first. Like, there's no point in trying to do that. How's over here going? The big dog is going to get... Where the hell are you going? Oh, beyond the borders, I guess he's importing labor. Iron mine is making progress. Yeah, that's all getting done. Cool. I might helicopter people in for this thing. Just because I am the dog. I think we might be ready to expand Aribi as well for labor purposes. $242. Oh, hold on. Yeah, look at all this. Oh man, we gotta start building this stuff here. Start commissioning more of this. Cool. We need 10 more vodka factories, yes. Yes, very nice. Jeez. Elon streaming PoE 2. Nice. How's that road construction coming? Good. Alright. Big dog. Oh god! There's another helicopter there. I guess he had the traffic. Jeez. I haven't played Workers since before 1.0. It's good, man. Workers is always good, dude. This is a fantastic game. I hope there's enough staff there to get that done. This is... Getting that junction, that substation figured out is, getting that and that done gets me electricity in the center valley here. That electrical line ends over here. Where it needs... Yeah, that needs to be over there. A little bit, King, yeah. You'd need to reinstall it. Oh. I might need to encroach over here more to get the highway out there so we could build a bridge over. But let's figure out the rest of this and how this all comes together. So mechanical components, that's steel export right there. That's in-house stuff. Hey, Pythos. I can't drive 65? Right. What's going on, buddy? By Hammy Sagar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, no, he's good people. Nothing much. Been building Viking homes in Valheim with MR. Nice. Don't necessarily like doing this way. Maybe we should strike that and reverse it. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this. So let's go from there to there. Belt that out. That's already belted out. And then what I want to do is that. Who are you? What are you doing with that? This! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What the heck is with me in doing that? That's the second time I've done that. Whatever. I'll make it a happy accident. It's fine. That does leave us an open connection right there, and I'm not really sure what we should do with that open connection. Did they scrub? Pushed back, B-Dean. Yeah, it got pushed back. But that blocks the... no, we can't do this way. Where's the pedestrian entrances to this? Dude, the electronic components factory kills me. There's a pedestrian entrance right next to a cargo entrance, right next to the road entrance, which is... And the building... the electrical components require 3 inputs. They need chemicals, they need plastics. Chemical, plastic, and steel, and there's only 2 inputs on the building. Which is quite annoying. Yes, that is what we're doing, yes. I really want to see workers with Mars colonization. That's a pretty good idea, man. Sounds like it needs a dedicated train to pick up the 3 inputs in one delivery. Well, the problem is that steel... So, Aqualix, this... Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, okay, just have a warehouse input all 3. No big deal, right? One of them is steel. The other one's chemicals. And the other one's plastics. You can't store those together. One of them is open storage. The other one's covered storage, as far as I can tell, which... Just... Alright. But you could put them all on one train. Yeah, you could. Yeah, yes, you can. Interesting. Interesting thought. Now, would a train cargo unload have a belt output? Yes, it would. But then we'd be relying on the internal storage of the building. I'm not sure if we want to do that from a buffer perspective, because then your production rates are subject to trains. You may have to forklift it in. Ooh. It's not waiting too long, dang it. Dude, every time I use forklifts, I just hate it. Like, well, let me put it this way. The last time I used them, I really didn't like it. Because you can't really store a lot in the damn forklift garage. They're so bad. I'd rather rely on the straight feed, you know? Forklift, more like forklift. This is the third attempt, yeah. Can you have forklifts move material from a warehouse to the factory, not relying on the forklift garage? Only if you're once removed, Aqualux. So, if I have a building like steel that's outputting to an open storage, it'll automatically fill up that storage. But if I have this storage connected to another storage, then you're going to need forklifts. However, if I have this connected into an electronics factory like that, it'll directly feed it. Yeah. The belts, yeah, the way the belts work are a little strange. That's why I'm like trying to untangle this mess right now. I think because of the way the electronics components factory is, I don't think we should necessarily have to plug it in. It has low demand. It doesn't need to be directly plugged in. Just have it down the street, deliver it down the street with a truck. That's all. Easy peasy. And in that regard, we're going to need distribution offices. So I truck distribution. So I might put the truck distro over here. Or we could put it over there, depending on how this design all comes in. Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. So, there's that. So, okay, electronics we'll put somewhere else. That leaves mechanical. So mechanical's over here. Let's just get this one figured out, dude. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm wondering if we can make an elevated factory connection, but it doesn't look like it. I don't think you can. There's probably a mod for it, but that means we're gonna have to make the roads go over things, which is not necessarily a big deal, but at some point I'm gonna need a big road that goes this way, because if we're gonna have truck distribution, we need to have centralized, you need to distribute it correctly. Like, if we're gonna have trucks, it'd be better to have all the factories feeding trucks onto a road that goes back and forth, so one truck can go down the road and go to another factory and then turn around and come back. Yeah, frickin' racetrack, all systems, right? Did the USSR use Fahrenheit? No, metrics across the board. My crazy Bakalakadakastan Republic does not need to do that. Because we are amazing and we have the winning plan. I'm wondering what track that guy's going to work on. Oh, I see what he did. He's gonna turn around, go here, turn around again, and then assemble that track. Nice. Very good. The chief of computers will call me a genius, move me to Moscow, and give me $1 million hard currency. I think not. Besides, the chatty slugheads, they will never detect me. Hey Rothman, what's up, man? Spike them. No way, spike them! I'm not going to tell you the password. You sit on it, but you can't take it with you. It's Boris' password. He plays word games. It's what I sit on, but I don't take it with me. Chair. Now, this mechanical components thing is throwing me for a little bit of a ride here. Hey guys, I got a weird question. If this thing... The vehicle production line... Oh, I read this wrong. I thought it only... I was sitting here looking at this and I'm like, it takes plastics, mechanical components, fabric, and electrical components. I'm like, you'd think the vehicle factory would need steel. Why only those 4? And then I decided that my lizard brain, you know, could read and comprehend stuff for a second. Look at your steel requirement. Yeah. Look at the amount of steel in there. Now, that's just your import lot size, right? That's just the import lot. But also at the same time, 290 tons of steel for 60 tons of plastic, 84 electrical, 121 mechanical, 169 fabric. So that basically means that my vehicle production line is going to need to. It's going to need to be over here. There's really no getting around that one. It's going to need to be this way. It needs to be direct. That needs a direct connection. So for now... Oh boy. We can try train mix delivery for the electronics. Yeah, but I don't want to chance it on something that that potentially might not work, DJ. That's the problem. So, I think we should have this directly plugged in here. The vehicle factory needs 400. Traffic jam. Oh, that's just the maintenance vehicles there. That's no problem. Christmas. Nope, not anymore. So yeah, vehicle production line basically needs to be directly fed from its own, like with its own steel component. And it clearly looks like it outputs over here, right? So the other components, plastics, electro, and fabric, are all inputted via a warehouse, right? Does anybody know if you can use, if trains can go through the factory? Can they just go through, use it as a throughway, and pop out somewhere over here? Like if I had another stop, like the vehicle production facility over here, could the trains go right through? Imagine the steel requirements for that. It's actually about the same, dude, from what I can tell. They can, okay. Okay, because that means this needs to be basically right around here. Let me just see where... Okay. Put in a connection right there. So now we have a direct output to the vehicle factory. Now, I wanted to put this in such a way that the two spurring bearings were in a direct line with the panometric fit. Sorry, that's something else. So now we got to go over to storages, get the biggest warehouse, like Jeff Bezos warehouse, right? That we can possibly get. And bump that in there. I'm wondering if there's I think there is a warehouse that has a provision for train tracks. Like there's one of them. Nope. I thought there was. Oh yeah, that one has it. How much can that warehouse hold? Nothing. Yeah, Sovitskaya works very nice. Okay, so now the warehouse, right, can hold pretty much everything else, right? So what I'm gonna try to do is go backwards with this. But noticing that steel requirement, how I wanted this to be set up before was have my mechanical factory over here because it uses a bunch of steel, and then leave this open warehouse for the electrical factory and maybe steel export. But from what I can tell here, we're not gonna have much steel export. In fact, I should probably check if the steel mill is gonna be a bottleneck. What can that thing output per workday? 41 tons of steel. Oh, okay. And the vehicle factory? What is that?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
See, this is saying what its import is, though. That's the thing. That's not saying consumption rates. Hang on. Your money stopped. The game's paused, Article 5. Give me 1 second. Come on. Nothing here about consumption rates. Can you connect the train warehouse to the large warehouse? No, Andrew, but here, I'll show you what you can do. You can go into trains, and then you have a train cargo offload.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Right? See? Cargo offloading. You can dump that right into a factory, and it'll work. That is the consumption rate per day at 100%. What is, Ando? That? This thing consumes 290 tons of steel a day at max production. Farland, 71 months, and Imgrim with a 19er. Thank you. No, that's just the import hopper. That's what I'm saying, Falcon, right? Like, oh boy. I hope it's enough. Is it dependent on what vehicle you're making? Yeah, all unknown unknowns, Metric. I'm not 100% sure, dude. Like, I don't know. Straight up. Do that. And you guys said that you could, trains could come through here. So, give me a warehouse. Put the warehouse on the back end, and then give me a train offloading depot. That. It's 4:04 p.m., so 03BM power got postponed, dude. It moved back a little bit. Now 5:26, yeah. It shifted again. Ugh. All right. Okay. I know how I want to set this up. So let's go over here and let's run these tracks. I need to give a little bit of space between... Well, I could use those lines for offloading. Just, yeah, I'm thinking about train logic here. We have output, input potentially for people, input potentially for resources. And then we need a bypass track that's going to the station over here. Oh, this is going to get complicated, man. Hey, Predominant. What's up, dude? How many cars are you going to be doing by EJ? 8x8 or less? I don't understand what that means. Whoa, dude. I kind of like that. What's the difference between that whole big thing and anything else, though? Holy cow, that thing's a monster. Yeah, oh, well, no, that's cool, but it... Wait, it doesn't connect any of the lines, so... Oh, I am in a pickle! How the heck are we doing this? I'm Pickle EJ! Yeah, building this all integrated together is actually kind of hard. Who knew? Check out the flowchart by Fry3K. Oh, I have this saved somewhere. I totally forgot about this, but yeah. All right. Well. Steel mill can output to mechanical. Oh dear. Yeah, see, the vehicle factory, it doesn't say what the max consumption is for the vehicle factory. There must be a reason for that, dude. They didn't forget. There's got to be a reason. Because the game doesn't tell you, and then this flowchart doesn't tell you exactly either. So, there's got to be something. There's got to be something about it. What in the American schnitzel is that? It's the production flowchart for workers. Yeah, that's gotta be it, Falcon. Let's just hope that 43 a day is enough. But I was wrong. In vehicle factory consumption, it's determined by the blueprint. Okay. Equations for land vehicles and ships. Oh, what the heck? Okay, we just gotta build it. We just gotta build it and supplement it. That's it. There's no real way of getting around that. If your mechanical component is running at full production, it will use half the steel mill's production. Dude, we might need two steel mills. Yeah, like I saw that with the flow chart, right? Like, okay, so your steel mill outputs 43 at maximum consumption. Mechanical takes 22 of that. Electronics is taking 1.9, and then you can feed the other 22 into this. Well, 24, 43. Hike. Yeah, that doesn't leave a lot for the... Probably in January, Wise. Where are we gonna put a second steel mill? Supplying the factory with workforce is challenging in itself, so don't worry for now. You were saying? Actually, that needs to go a little bit further back. This is going to, the open storage is going to denote how this all works. Man, this takes up a lot of space. I dig it though. This is fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is a good time. I really, really like trying to, like figuring this out. This is cool. Bro, that's sick. That's cool. Dude, this thing's gonna be a monster. I'm sure you would like oxygen not included. Well, yeah, probably. Dude, this thing is gonna be a monster, and it's gonna take freaking forever to make. Like, see, something that I'm thinking about, dudes, another thing to consider. If I just mirror it and put a bunch of parking lots over here, which we can do, not an issue. Now what? We could duplicate the aggregate storage, right? Just duplicate this and put it right here. And then just have it dump. That's no problem. What we should do is actually have coal, and coal. Iron there and iron on the outside. Because these things need more coal than iron to make the steel. Their consumption rate. See, look. 363 tons of coal to 193 of iron. You need almost 1.5 times the amount. Give or take. And then we need power on top of that. Woof. So, it might be preferable to redo aggregate storage. Redo it. Because right now I just have 1-to-1 feeding, right? Like, we might want to get that ratio correct. Hang on. Three-part coal, 2 parts iron. Yeah, the real thing is how do we hook that up to the steel mills correctly? And then it would be good to have 2 parking lots feed each steel mill, don't you think? What about 1 storage area for iron and coal that is shared? I don't think you can share aggregate storage like that, Drummer. Hang on 1 second, I'll be right back. Yeah. I think I misunderstood what I meant. What about 1 storage area for iron and coal that is shared between both steel mills? That's exactly what I'm saying. See, what I'm wondering here is that if we build another parking lot over here, right? Yeah, we could have one, Drummer, first of all, we could have 1 set of aggregates feeding both of them. That's not a big deal. So, we could have, yeah, we could do that. I could split it and we could develop the chain for it and everything. That's not a big deal. What I'm worried about now is, so what happens when I go to build another parking lot over here, right? And then I build the city, right? And the city is closer to that damn parking lot. If I'm understanding how driving works, they're just going to commute to the closest area. And so that means the second steel mill is not going to be really working very well until the first steel mill is completely saturated. You know, that's not really what I want. Parking lot, why not just train them in? I'm making a car factory? We could train some of them in and car the rest, like... What I'm thinking is maybe put the parking lots in between the steel mills so they could just go to either one. No, not right now, Ingram, because we just really figured out that we might need 2 steel mills to really supplement the vehicle production. And needing 2 steel mills is basically forcing me to redesign a lot of stuff, which not necessarily a bad thing. Dude, that's not a bad idea. Have a park and ride. Have them park at the parking lot to get to the bus station and have the bus station put them into drop 50-50. That's not a bad idea. Is the commute time going to suffer, though, because of that? That's what I'm wondering. Wow. This is getting complicated very quickly. You could limit the amount of workers at the factories to force workers to distribute. That defeats the point, Manfu, of building a second steel factory, though, does it not? I've never done something that logistically complicated in this game, for what it's worth. Two steel mills, isn't that like 4 to 5 iron processing plants? Oh. That's 4 iron processing plants. Oh, frick. One mine can feed 4 plants. Crap. Yeah, one mine at 100%. Dude, we are nowhere. We are no place to scale here. I might have to send it with 1 steel mill. And then, I mean, we got plenty of space to build another one, but... Hi, EJ. I looked at some blueprints at my factory. Cars need about 2 tons to build, and trucks 10 to 12 tons of steel. How many cars do you produce a day, Canagra? Can you check for me? Like, if I wanted to build Chevy Vegas, right, the Chev 2500, how much are we talking here? Oh dear. We're gonna need more space than this. Vehicle production is a slow process. Yeah. Alright. We'll send it with one steel mill. I don't want to do that, but that's not... Yeah. We gotta do that way. One steel mill, but make the space for a second one. Yeah. I'm also debating taking this and rotating the entire thing 90 degrees, so these tracks are running parallel right here. But then again, that doesn't... Yeah. Doesn't really make a lot of sense with how I have this set up, huh? Wow, this gets tricky. Did the mega project turn into a mega project? Yeah. Yes, it did. I would suggest planning the second mill. Yeah, I mean we could. I just don't build anything over here. It's not mission creep. We're figuring out requirements, dudes. I'm using a small modded vehicle factory. 40 workers, produces about 1 car every 2 days. Oh, okay. Does having polluting industry that close to farms do anything? No, not as far as I can tell. We could always, you know, if we really need more room, we could always just move it over here. But that would mean we would need train access over here somewhere. Types Brondo directly to the fields. Menergy. I need to see something. Where is the damn steel mill here? I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's probably the steel mill. I'm looking at this thing. I'm wondering what the hell that thing was for. See this big platform right here? It looks like it was train tracks. And it doesn't seem like it's being used. Well, that building has seen better days. Oh yeah, I know what that is. That's the power plant that burned down. Yeah. Okay. Now what's... Oh, they built another power plant over here. Okay. Good to know. It's a railcar dump? Yeah. It seems right. Guys, these look like Bessemers, right? That's the steel. This is a steel mill, right? I'm pretty sure. A small one, but it is. The power plant looks... Yeah, that's an amazing building, yeah. Beautiful. Here, let's see if Google Earth Community can give us some any insight here. Give us some insight. Ah, yes. Industrial facility. That's an iron processing plant, Tupcho? We're in the River Rouge. This is Michigan now. That's iron processing? So they process on site. Interesting. So what's over here? What's on Zug then? What the hell is this? I'm just trying to see how they move stuff around. Tom, this is the steel plant? Dude, they had like a freaking elevated train track going through here at one point. Look at it. That's not the one that Ford uses. What steel do they use for the Rouge then? What's this over here? That's a power plant. Coal power plant. Okay. That was pretty easy. That was pretty easy to spot. So where's the steel mill then? Do they go up the Rouge here? Like, oh, maybe this. Just seeing that reminds me of the game Infra. Have you played it? Never played it, no. That's the steel mill, huh? Okay. Yeah, see? It has its own power plant, interestingly enough. Dude, they made that nice and aesthetic. They covered up all the Bessemers, huh? What is this place? This is Ford's, this is the inspiration for what I'm doing, Lacey. This is Dearborn, Michigan. This is Ford's River Rouge plant, like Ford Motor Company, like the car. This was the first gigafactory ever invented. So, the idea that Henry Ford had with the River Rouge plant is that raw materials come in on a boat or train, and cars come out the other side. That's what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to see is where the steel goes. Where does it go? I'm trying to follow their production flow, basically. So they seem to have iron ore processing over here, right? How does that get to the steel mill? Is it via... Oh, train. Trains. Trains do it. The track goes right over here and then turns, goes underneath that building, and then goes right to the steel mill. So where's the output for this sucker, and where does it go? Yeah, this is... I know that's final assembly over there. I've been in that building, Bob. Interesting. It's Factorio in real life, dudes. Look at the freaking conveyor belts everywhere. Conveyor belts and pipe cradles and... Hey, Ellis, there's launch coming up. Mutter, you got something? Oh, excellent. Thank you. See, I've been museum delivery sequencing and final assembly. Those, I took the tour. There's galvanizing right there. All right, what do we got? Slag area, blast furnace yard. That's the steel warehouse right there. Okay, so that train track that I was talking about, this goes through the steel warehouse. So they have just rolls of steel in that sucker, I bet. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty awesome. And note that Ford put the steel thing on the dock. So they could no doubt export if they needed to move steel. That wasn't an accident. They put their warehouse next to a deep water port on purpose. Well, not deep water, but you get the idea. Cold strip mill, frame plant, oxygen furnace. There's tool and die, production, engine plant, stamping, body shop, disassembly plant, paint shops over here, historic assembly plant, historic glass plant. What Henry Ford did with soybeans is pretty ridiculous. Dude, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. How did you think of this 100 years ago? Like, what's this? Hot strip mill. Giggity. What does this thing do? Yeah, Tup Joe. I do believe most manufacturers do that. Lada, Jugilis, yeah. They do that on purpose. Where do you think they got the idea, dude? I'm serious. They paid Ford to license build factories. Gaz. Gorky Automobile is a copy of this plant. Where do you think they got the idea? Dude, they're definitely cooking, man. I mean, Ford still does good, but this is nuts, dude. Henry Ford just came up with this idea. Like, he's like, yeah, I'll just do it all myself. Like, all right. It's nuts. So this is what I'm trying to make. Guys, this is what I'm trying to make. I'm trying to build this. And see how they have a centralized road? That's what I was talking about. Centralized road so trucks can get from anywhere to anywhere if you need to. I have 4 small vehicle factories next to towns where the workers walk to them because there's little pollution. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an artificial dock and turning basin behind me. Ford dug all this out. It was actually funny. He dug all this out and dredged it on his own dime. And this see this? Yeah, that's all dredging. The Rouge River went this way. Right? It came in here like this and went over there like that. Ford dredged all this out in the 20s. And the city was like, hey, what are you doing with those dredgers? He's like, I'm dredging this out. And they're like, why? He's like, because I need a factory that boats can get to. And they were like, do you have a permit for that? To do that? And he said, no, I don't. What are you going to do about it? And they're like, nothing? Dude, I'm serious. He dredged out the river without approval from the city because he didn't care. He's just like, yeah, dredge it. Frick them. It's like, actually what happened. Yeah, he Ron Swanson them. He's like, I have a permit. This just says you can do whatever you want. Yes. Yeah, no, so he dredged all this, and then the city was like, nah, you can't do that, man. And he's like, yeah, watch me. What are you gonna do? Stop me? It was actually really funny. I learned that when I took a tour, a longer tour of the plant, which is pretty funny, dude. It's pretty awesome. So this is the River Rouge factory in Detroit. This is it. This is in Dearborn, Michigan. This is where Brimo's from. Brimo's from Dearborn. My wife. So I'm looking to how they have this set up, and then I'm going to try to build it in workers. At least I'm attempting to. Guys, here's what I'm thinking. The dock and the dock and water port is probably not the worst idea. We might want to build it over here. We might want to build the factory and the plant this way. For the exact same reasons. Yeah. Your wife was produced in a car factory. No surprise you married her. That really isn't how that went down, but all right, whatever. That's not how that works. Did your in-laws or their parents work there? Dude. Yannick, I married a girl from Dearborn. All of Brimo's family works in the auto industry. Almost all of them. Some of them don't. But Bree's grandfather did. Her dad worked, Bree's dad worked in the auto industry, still works in the auto industry. Her uncle actually worked with Tesla for a little while. Yeah, true story. Yeah, he's met Elon before, for what it's worth. That was the first thing I asked him after Bree told me, I think he worked at Tesla. I'm like, what? What? Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? So, yeah, of course. Yeah, a lot of Bree's family works in the automotive industry or engineering. So, yeah, kind of hit the jackpot on that one with Bree. Family is good, too. Jackpot. Jackpot. Yeah, the more I think about this, though, we should start clearing land over here. Building over here, we don't have a port. Like, so, once again, I was thinking, like, oh, crap, we got a big problem, right? We got a big problem. My coal plant and my iron plant aren't going to be, that's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to build this. But if we have a port over here, and that port is bringing in coal and iron, we can import it on the cheap, just like Henry Ford wanted to, or not wanted to, just like he did. Iron ore trades at 19 a pop, 19 or 16, that's nothing. What does coal trade for? Coal trades for 19 as well. We do that and dude, even if we took that and just sold it right back as steel, just sent out a ship with steel, right? Look at the returns. If we just sent a boat out with steel, 700 a pop, 500 a pop on the dollar. That's ridiculous. Excuse me for a second. Question is it a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio? No. It's 2-to-1, basically. It's like 1 to 1.5, actually, Hokey. And then, so here's your steel mill consumption rates up there. So they produce 41 tons of steel for 363 tons of coal, 193 tons of iron. Okay. All right. Let me do some quick math here. So if we were buying 393 tons of coal, here, hold up. So coal trades at 21.59, right? So 21.59 times 393, 8,400 rubles to get all the coal that we need. If we do the same with iron ore, 84, so 21 times 193 is 4,000. So it'd be 12 G's, right? 12 grand to fill up the aggregate storage here. 363 to 193. And then there's power consumption, but we could make it run off coal if we really wanted to. Right? So now let's compare and contrast. That 12 grand of supply could output 41 tons of steel, right? We could sell 41 tons of steel at 772 a pop. So 772 times 41. 31,652. Yeah. It's about a 2-to-1 return, all told. Yeah, 2-to-1 return if I'm doing my math left. I think it's fantastic that you dig this history. Me too. My whole life, Ford mines, Ford ships, Ford factories. I love this stuff, Bob. Look at this. Dude. Look at that. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, iron ore and coal go in one side and F-150s come out the other. That's ridiculous. Like, look, dude, they got a conveyor belt for the frames and stamping. That is a car conveyor belt. That's what that is. It's a conveyor belt for assembling automobiles. But this is baller, dude. How does somebody not look at this and think that's super freaking cool? Like, this is awesome. I would love to make something like this in real life. I don't give a frick what anybody thinks. This would be amazing. Where does the rubber come in? They used to make the rubber on site, Ando. That's how Firestone tires became a thing. There's a refinery right there. See? Henry was pals with Harvey Firestone. Well, yeah, because he was in business. Guys, Firestone Tire was started because Henry Ford needed a rubber supplier. Ford founded Firestone. That's why they were friends. Firestone Tire is Ford. That's Ford's tire brand. Look. Henry Ford back in the day, like, and once again, socially, I know the guy was a prick. All right, I get it. Just before anybody brings that up. Henry Ford, 100 years ago, came up with the idea of making everything there. The reason why he wanted to do that was because he could not, to mass produce cars, there wasn't enough rubber suppliers in the United States or Canada to be able to supply him with what he needed. So he said, frick it, I'll just do it myself. I'll build my own tire plant. And that's what Firestone Tire is. He also started his own glass plant too. That's no longer needed. They don't make glass on the Rouge site as far as I can tell, or electronics either, but because that wasn't needed at the time. It wasn't never built with the provisions to do that, right? Elon, Hokey, yeah, you took my thunder there. Elon did the same thing with batteries. No one could produce enough batteries to mass produce Teslas, so he built his own. You want to see what a modern River Rouge plant would look like? You needn't go no further than Austin, Texas. That's what a modern version of the River Rouge would look like. If Henry Ford could have built everything under one roof, quite actually, he would have. Elon did the same with batteries, dudes. There was no battery supplier, so he just said, screw it, I'm gonna make my own. Whatever. I'll make my own batteries with blackjack. Yeah, Ford also tried to start his own rubber plantation in Brazil. That didn't, in Brazil. That didn't work very well. Probably missing something. Why couldn't have Ford just built a big building around it? Around what? Around the River Rouge, someone? Dude, this is... The Rouge was built in the early 20s. So, okay. Think about this for a second. The early 20s. This is like 2 or 3 years after World War I. Dude, there's no steel buildings. That doesn't exist. Think about it. That doesn't exist. Steel building construction like that's not a thing. Right? That's how ahead of the time Ford was. Unbelievable. The guy was playing like 7D dimensional chess. Well, Chevy was just like, well, we acquired another brand and we're publicly traded. That's cool. And frick you, Chevy. Where's your version of that? Oh wait, you tore it all down, you bums. Anyway, sorry. But no, we still have Buick. No, we acquired Cadillac. Henry Ford, you owned that at one point. To be fair, though, GM has plants peppered all throughout it here. Like, see all this stuff? Those are all these things out here, they're most likely GM plants. Except for that one. See that long line of things? That's Chrysler. Sterling Heights, it's all Chrysler right there. Yeah. If you own a Dodge Ram, you're wondering where it's made. Probably in Sterling Heights. Fun fact. Bring this all back together. The axle, you guys remember Route 154 that I did? The axle that grenaded itself and then kept going? That was made here. It was made in Sterling Heights. You know how I know? It's called a Sterling axle. Yep. Ford Sterling is right there. They make axles for heavy-duty trucks in that building. Pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, dude, I love this stuff. I freaking love Detroit. It's awesome. The innovation that happened here is... You have no idea. A lot of modern comforts were invented in this picture right here. Like, when it comes to automobiles, when it comes to a lot of different things, dude. Pan down a touch, you see your place of work. Yeah. A lot more are invented in the UK. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Mass production was invented actually right... Where's Piquet? I'll find it. Give me a second. Bird! Right there. See that building? Mass production of automobiles. The first moving assembly line was in that building right there. We use that for a lot of things nowadays. Yeah, that's kind of important. That the moving assembly line was invented right there. I drive past it every time I go to Michigan because that's something that literally any mass-produced product is usually made on a moving assembly line. You have Detroit to thank for that. Specifically Henry Ford. Ignoring Eli Whitney. Eli Whitney, who made the cotton gin, agricultural tools. You're equating a cotton gin to an automobile? Is there a law in the U.S. that protects important monuments and landmarks? Yep, it's called the National Historic Register, Ando. Yeah, a lot of... Piquet is there. It's on the National Historic Register. That building cannot be torn down. Yeah, Bob. He he had a small plant that he rented for something, and then he made Piquette, and then Highland Park, and then the River Rouge. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I think you're confusing interchangeable parts. Interchangeable parts wasn't Eli Whitney's idea. That's something he got from the gun industry. Yeah, you have the gun industry to thank for the firearms industry to thank for like being able to swap parts out of any component and put it in another one. Yeah, that was the gun industry that did that. Hey, what did I say? We had a conversation on Space News about how defense spending and researching war benefits civilian life. There you go. Where do the designers work? So, Yannick, you know how Elon has the Tesla workers and the SpaceX engineers basically right next to the manufacturing? Ford's World Headquarters, right there. All the design buildings are right next to the plant. I mean, this seems like a little ways away. That's actually really close in Detroit terms, but you get the idea. Yep. During Route 154, dude, I took a picture in front of this with the 97. Pretty cool. And then Henry Ford's house is over here. It's in the woods over there. And then check it out. This is Ford's research and testing facility right there. And then, oh, wow, this is super old. Let's just say it doesn't look like that anymore. Yeah, there's a whole research center built up in here. Yeah, that building isn't there anymore. They demolished that building. All the, or no, not that one. Which one is it? It might be that one, I forget. None of Detroit would be possible without Carnegie. Yeah, of course. I don't know the point you're trying to make, Tessa. I'm talking about automotive plants. Stop trying to steal the thunder. Alright? Mind your own business. The track there used to be Ford's airport. Yeah. But it's a whole vehicle testing and R&D facility. Dude, Ford built a bunch of oh yeah, there it is. That's the plant. That's the thing I'm talking about. It's right there. Yeah, they rebuilt all of this. That's the Henry Ford right here. Oh, you want to really tie this into EJ streaming lore? Right here is called Greenfield Village. Greenfield Village is basically a turn-of-the-century theme park, right? It's a turn-of-the-century theme park because Henry Ford was really, he was hell-bent on, like, showing how we got here. So, like, the guy was incessant about teaching people, you know, how did we go from a turn-of-the-century town like this, primarily agricultural, to that? How did that happen? So he built literally the first theme park. This doesn't necessarily have any rides, per se. You can ride around on Model Ts in the summertime in this, right? But Greenfield Village was there to show what America was like when Henry Ford was growing up, to give you perspective. Right? Makes sense. It's a pretty good idea. There's the steam train, there's a farm, and all the restaurants, like there's restaurants and stuff, and you know, like different exhibits and attractions that you can go in, right? Right? Theme park, self-sufficient. All the food that's there is food that was grown at Greenfield Village. It's kind of self-sufficient in that regard. Does this sound familiar? Tying it into EJ lore? Does that sound familiar? Who's making the connection? Yeah, kind of like that, Tessa, yeah. No, F them, Aqualex, right? Screw them. I don't give a frick about them. Okay, let me give you some perspective here then, because I didn't see anybody make the connection. A young animator from California, 2D animation, came and saw Greenfield Village and then used it as inspiration to build his own theme park. Anybody know? You got it. You got it, Metric. You guys got it. Yep. Disneyland was inspired from Greenfield Village. It was inspired from Greenfield Village. Greenfield Village was the first theme park. That's where Walt Disney got the idea. Tomorrowland, Adventureland. He got the idea from this. And then he went on to eventually make Epcot, which is one of my all-time favorite pieces of civil design that never got made. But look, the train going around the perimeter of the park to be able to move people around, dude, he lifted that right from Henry Ford. Pretty cool, huh? All this stuff is connected, dude. At least all the stuff that I like. It's all connected together. Tessa, are you drunk? The real Wright Brothers bike shop is there. My first date with my wife, Bob, was at Greenfield Village. Oh yeah, believe me. I went in there and nerded out. Let's say. Yeah, that's what my first date with Brimo was. See. Very, very cool. I love the Henry Ford, man. Bro, look at that. That's beast mode. I want to make this in Workers, dude. I want to make it in Workers and Resources. We have to. We have to figure this out. Dude, the port. We got to do the port. That's going to be the next thing that we're going to work on, dudes. I need to start getting construction equipment across the, we need to get construction equipment across here because we need to build a deep water port because I don't think I'll be able to produce the iron ore and coal here by myself. We're going to need to build our own Rouge River that goes like back here. I already had provisions to build a deep water port here, and then I wanted to dredge the canal out. You can see I already dredged part of it right there. And I want ships coming in. The ships coming in with iron ore and stuff should be able to give us whatever. Oh, that's such a good idea. So we need provisions for trains, we need provisions for ships, and we need a highway going out here. I already have a bridge that goes right here that connects everything together. I'm kind of thinking put another bridge over here. The original Disneyland. No, Admiral. No, I don't. No, Tessa. I don't know what you're talking about. Edison's lab is there. That's right. Yep. On the topic of Michigan, I absolutely love the bubble light that they have for Michigan State Police cars. Definitely unique. Yeah. So, I didn't build this bridge with provisions to send boats upstream from here. I only want the boats to be able to get in here, and then we'll cut it off here. So I might build another road that goes across here, right? And build another bridge that goes this way. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what we should do. However, before we do that, let's figure out where the port and where we need everything placed. That's really important. So, this looks like a generous turning basin. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking dig it right here. Dig it right here, and then flatten basically everything up to this hill over here and over here. And that should give me plenty of space. I don't know what we're going to do about Canuve right there, but... yeah. That port is important. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And then you know what we'll do, guys? Over here, we'll leave this space to build our airplane manufacturing plant. So I'll leave this as kind of a... We'll leave this as kind of a template. We should build over here. The only other option would be to rebuild the highway, get rid of Macbarina, get rid of this entire place, bulldoze the whole thing, and make a channel that goes that way. I think it might be easier to do this. How about a cargo cableway for steel? I don't know. Important question from Europe. Is the Detroit Police Department called the DPD? And if so, do they deliver parcels? Or can you... I don't know where you're going with that, it's me. I think basically, yeah, we're gonna need to level a lot of hills here, but we get all the way up to here. Oh, dude, that's gonna be sick. Yeah, basically you have plenty more space over here. And if we relocate everybody in Canuve somewhere else, we could potentially have all
this is space.
of this.
I'm in space.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Predominant gifted is up to speed. Okay. Okay. Falcon 9 is launching soon. It is. And that's where we're going to stop. All right, cool. We needed to do that kind of trade study there. I'm happy we talked that out. Yeah, that's going to be sick. I went from not wanting to play workers at all today to now really wanting to play workers. That... crap. Balls. Crap balls. All right, so you guys know the drill. I'm going to jog the VOD, and we'll get to the O3B M-Power 7-8 coverage here momentarily. I will be right back. I'm calling the family to get us into a plant. Since I can't see to do it with my company, we'll go to Ford. I love factories, Bob. It activates the lizard brain, dude. I love them. I love them. I love factories. Building stuff is based. All right? Any dingbat can break something, okay? It takes skill to build things, okay? Detroit builds a lot of things. I like things. See where I'm going with this? Anyway, I will be right back, and then we'll pick up the coverage. If you're on Twitch, just chill. If you're on YouTube, stand by for loss of signal as expected. I'm just jogging the VOD. Enjoy this nice music here. We're all fine here now. How are you? There you go. Be starting in a second.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, this is the O3B M-Power 7-8 mission launching on a Falcon 9. Hello, everybody. I am EJ, your host
Hello, at Space Up.
of this.